Hey you guys, namaste. This is me, Diara, and I am doing a spontaneous pick a card reading, quite unexpected for myself because actually I wanted to wait until the beginning of February and then do a monthly February reading for you, but somehow I feel called today to do a reading. I think there was a lot going on during the last few days, maybe because of the moon, maybe, I don't know why, a shift of energy. And I just have the feeling that there is some guidance needed out there. A lot of people asking for advice, asking for, what they can expect in the future when it comes to job, when it comes to their general life situation, and also of course, like always, when it comes to love, right? A lot of people are still involved in complicated and complex situations, and let's just jump right into it. As you can see, this time I haven't prepared anything, just the 3 stones where you can choose from. This is going to be number 1, number 2, and number 3. And before I start, just for all of you, I usually say that at the end of the reading, but I think then the majority of you is not online anymore. So this time I really wanted to say it in the beginning. So first of all, thank you very much for more than 15,000 subscribers. I can't believe it myself. I mean, I don't know exactly when I started this channel. I think it's like a year ago or so, doing only German readings. And since I decided intuitively to do the readings in English, although this is not my mother language, and I do have some barriers every now and then, like difficulties with the English pronunciation or expression of a complicated situation, but turns out that it was one of the best decisions that I've ever made, right? Doing those readings in English. And I do have so many subscribers. I am very happy about it, and I just wanted to thank you. And if you ever feel guided to take or to have a personal reading with me, you will find all the information down in the description box. Okay, I want to keep it small and simple. It's not that I want to sell you something, but just for those who are interested, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you never know, right? In the future, just keep that in mind. Just double check the description box down below, and there you will find my website and a possibility to contact me, okay, via the website. Okay, so let's do it. Pile number 1. We're going to have a look into the general energy, into the job situation, and into the love situation. Okay, so quite a big reading here for those who choose pile number 1. Of course, I will do that for every pile. So if you have chosen this stone, pile number 1, let's see what is the current and the past energy. The current and the past energy, the overall energy in your life. Where are you coming from? What is it that you are thinking about these days, right? What is affecting you? What is causing you maybe some problems, or maybe not problems? Maybe you are in a very happy mood these days. That could also be the case. So what is the current energy for those who picked pile number 1? Okay, so for you, we have the 7 of Cups. I do see a person who is a little bit overwhelmed with all of the different possibilities that he or she is having. So I think you are you have been in a place, in a stage of your life where you had to make a choice. So for sure you had to make a choice, and that was not an easy one to make. I think you had to deal also with some illusionary thinking, wishful thinking, like maybe you were building up castles in the air in the past and they're kind of shattered. So it could be that for some of you there has been a tower moment. I don't know if you are yet familiar with this typical expression in the card reading scene. Like having a tower moment means that your whole world is crushing down. Boom. Right? A big thunderstorm is going on, and afterwards nothing is like it was before, right? And that could be the case for some of you, maybe not for all of you. Sometimes, it can be good to have choices, right? Sometimes it can be good to have different possibilities, and that you are the one who can choose, you are the one who is in charge, you are the one who can make a choice. I mean, it's better making a choice than being the victim of a choice that somebody else has done, right? But yeah, I think this is what I see for you. This is the current and the past energy for you. Thinking about things, thinking about making a change, making a choice, having a little bit of hard time in order to find the right path. I am hearing for some of you there has been a spiritual awakening. This is what I am hearing right now. Some of you are seeing things in a whole new way, right? It is like as if you, some kind of ascending has taken place for you guys, pile number 1. And this is now the reason why you do see things in a whole new way. And you know, like you may have get rid of some illusions, right? The way that you were thinking about stuff, people, situation, life itself, love, right? Soulmate topics in whatsoever way, right? The whole story was twin flaming and whatnot. You do see those things in a completely new light these days. So this is the current and also a little bit the past energy that I'm picking up for you guys. So let's get on with love. I wanted to do job first, but for you, I am having the feeling that this has to do with love. I think for all of you, like more than 90%, the majority of you guys, you always want to hear about love, you know, like how does he see me, what does he feel for me, and whatnot. But especially for you guys who have chosen pile number 1, I think, yeah, it has to do with love. So I will see what can you expect when it comes to your love life. So no matter whether you are single and you have no one in your mind, or you may have something going on with a special person, a love interest, a crush, maybe an ex. You can call it soulmate, you can call it twin flame, right? What's going on? What can you expect? So let's see those cards in a future related way. What can you expect? What's happening in the future for you? The next 2 months, this is the period that I am reading for. The next 2 months, pile number 1. What can you expect? Wow. I do see very, very nice cards here for you, pile number 1. So if you have chosen the first pile, I do see the chance, the big chance to step into a love relationship. Really. This is here, I mean, my cards are all in German, so if you do speak German, you can see it yourself. If you do not speak German, the word that's written down here is love relationship, okay? Love. What can you expect within the next 2 months to enter your life, to happen? Love. Love. I do see you stepping into a mature relationship. And maybe this is, not happening overnight. I mean, I'm reading here for the next 2 months, as I said, more or less, because the universe, I mean, actually, they do not have a concept of time, right? Like we humans have. But, like this is a timeless reading. So whenever you find it, whether this is today, tomorrow, or in a year from now, the next 2 months, the next 8 weeks, what you can expect is definitely something about love is taking place, is happening. You will either meet the right one, you will have conversations, you will have a period where you will date people, and chances are that you will find the one. We do have the breath card here, and this is for me kind of really a new beginning here, and I'm not kidding you guys. You know, I am very blunt, I am very straightforward. This is why my customers love me, why they do personal readings with me, because they want to hear the truth. They are they don't want to hear fairy tales or something. They want to have it straightforward, like just in the face. But in your case, pile number 1, I mean, I'm going to give it to you right in the face, and I tell you what I'm giving you is love. What I see for you is love. What I see for you is, I don't know whether you know this old movie from the 80s, or maybe I think it was from the 90s, with Whitney Houston, and I think the name was Waiting to Exhale. For those who know this movie, and this is what I'm hearing for you. This, the final exhale, like, Finally it's done. You made it. You're there, right? This is what I can see for you. I think you are a religious person. We have the religious factors here. And in this case, normally I do read this card very, very often as a sign that someone is still in a relationship, right? So if you are involved with a person, chances are that this person is still in another relationship, like, you know, married and not yet divorced. But in this reading here today, I am seeing that you are a religious person. You are definitely a spiritual person. You may be a healer yourself, you know, like any kind of healer, any kind of caretaker. Maybe you work in a kindergarten, in a hospital. Maybe you are a teacher, a trainer. You are a passionate yogi. You do meditation, right? You do Reiki healing. So you are a religious person for sure. And as I said right in the beginning with the very first card, you went through a spiritual awakening and an ascendant, and this will still continue, right? This energy will continue. And I think that finally, yeah, you can see a light at the end of the tunnel, because I mean, we have to be honest here, right? Being on a spiritual path is something very, very heavy. This is not easy, right? It isn't. I mean, people, they do look at you if you, I mean, you know, like also here with the whole card reading scene. I mean, a lot of people, they do it in a hidden way, right? They would never like their parents or their partner or their friends to know that they are purchasing card readings or that they are listening to pick a card readings in the internet. Yeah, they are kind of ashamed, you know? So they do it in a secretive way. And why is that so? Yeah, because people do look at you as if you were crazy. Yeah, being a spiritual person is not that easy. It's becoming easier. It is definitely becoming easier these days because the energy is ascending here today, right? The whole world is changing a little bit, you know, like the awareness, the consciousness of the people is changing, is getting higher. But still, if you are very, very religious and very, very spiritual, and spirituality does not necessarily has something to do with church or with God, right? Or being, I don't know, a Christ, or being a Muslim, or, you know, like those different kind of things, a Buddhist or whatnot. I am talking about spirituality here as a own way of life, right? And the own belief system. And I do think that the relation that you are going to step in is a soulmate connection. It's going to be very, very playful and lighthearted. This is the playfulness card. So I'm feeling that you guys, you will feel like teenagers again once you get together, right? This is the feeling that you will have, like with all the whole thing, like, you know, like butterflies in the stomach and not being able to look this person into the eyes, right? Because you feel like intimidated and whatnot. So this is the very youthful energy, carefree, lighthearted energy that I am catching up here for this relationship. We do have even the honeymoon card here. I mean, hello, honeymoon, right? It's about crossing over, moving forward, right? Making the next step. This is a time of ecstasy. This is a time of celebration, right? Of commitment, engagement. And these are all your cards, pile number one. And then it's you are lovable. You are worthy to be loved. And yeah, again, this is for me a confirmation. Let me just get a clarification here for those cards. It's not really needed, but yeah, it's we have let your friends help you. So it could be that for some of you, maybe you already know this person. Maybe you already know this person I'm talking about, and this person is a friend of yours. So far, you haven't really gotten to the stage where you can call it love, right? But you are kind of, you know, like, you like him, he likes you, or vice versa, you know, like with the genders. This is not gender specific. This is why I am constantly saying your person, right? Either whether this is a woman or a man, doesn't matter, you know. And I think that, yeah, you like each other, and you are like, you know, sneaking around each other, checking each other out, maybe in the social media world and whatnot. But you're just being friends so far. But this will change. This will change for sure. So for some of you, I mean, if it's not the case for you, if you have no friend that you can even think about becoming your lover and your life partner, then don't you worry, right? Then it is something else. This card maybe means that you will meet this person once you are surrounded by your friends, right? Or maybe this is someone a friend of you knows, and he will be like, hey, you know what? May I introduce you to a friend of mine? He's just visiting from another city, and he will stay for a week. And yeah, why are we not going out together? You know, like this way, this kind of situation. This is what I am feeling here. And yeah, and then another clarification is the soon card. Yeah, as I said, I mean, anyways, I'm reading here only for the next 2 months. So, but in your case, I mean, this is your clarification. This will happen soon. This will happen soon. So if you got an invitation to a party from a friend, you know, like if a friend wants you to introduce to somebody else, go out with your friends, visit restaurants, or I don't know, any kind of gatherings, events, right? This is the chance for you to get to know somebody. I mean, I am someone, I do believe in karma and destiny. And I am not saying like you should go out crazily and run around, you know, like desperately looking out for this one, you know, like as in searching for the one, because love will find you anyways. Are you hearing that? Love will find you anyways, whether you do go out to parties or gatherings or public events or not. Love will find you anyways, no matter what you do. I mean, maybe you are a little bit depressed right now, right? It's winter, it's very cold when I'm recording this message, and a lot of you guys will find this message right away. Some of you not, some of you will maybe find it in summertime, but for those who are listening right now, like today, you know, it's very cold, it's winter, it's freezing, it's snowing, and maybe you don't want to go out. Maybe there are no good parties for you. Maybe you haven't been out for like 10 years, right? But still, if it's meant to be, it will be, and love will find you. And this will happen soon. This will happen soon. So I think for you, to be very honest with you guys, pile number one, the job part, I don't know if there is someone out there who's really interested in the job part, but okay, since I wanted to do something general, you know, like not only related to love, I will have a look into your job situation as well. So let's see, what can you expect when it comes to your job situation? Are there also some changes going on? Pile number one, job situation. What can you expect to happen in the next 2 months? From now, whenever you find this reading, again, this is a timeless reading. You will find it at the exactly right time. Whenever you need to hear the message. Wow, isn't that awesome? I mean, and you have seen me here shuffling live and in front of the camera. This is the very first card showing up once again. I think for you, pile number one, when it comes to your job situation, could be that you're changing your job. I think you will get an offer. Someone will offer you a new possibility, maybe even a promotion for some of you, not for all of you, but definitely a change. I do see a change coming for you, pile number one. Yeah. They will offer you something, and yeah, you will have to make the choice whether you want to change or not. This is completely up to you, right? No one can force you, but you will get offers, you will get opportunities to change, to do something else, and to expand. I'm hearing the word expand. You will expand your knowledge, your education. You will expand also, like, you know, the area where you are working. Maybe you are working now for a little bit a smaller company, you know, like maybe with 50 or maybe 100 employees. And the next step will be way bigger. The next company you will work for will have maybe like 500 employees. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Expansion? Is that a real word? I don't know, sorry. But you know, like expanding and moving forward and developing in a bigger ways. The things are going to, yeah, increase, right? They're getting more and more, and you will reach more people. Maybe you are already self-employed. I mean, that could also be the case for some of you. Maybe you are already self-employed and you have your own little business going on, but you will increase, you will expand. Things will be bigger. But first of all, before these things can happen, you will have to make a choice here. And this will maybe, cause you 1 or 2 sleepless nights, I can tell you. This is going to be a choice that, although it is always very beautiful, as I said right in the beginning, to make changes and to have the choice, sometimes it is not easy to make it, right? But this is what I do see for you, a change. Let me just clarify this. Clarification to the 7 of Cups, please. Yeah, the Joker card. Yeah. So there will be a change, and this change is going to be good for you. Very, very good for you. Positive change here. Stay optimistic. You don't have to worry about a thing. Maybe, yes, it is not that easy to make this choice, but you will make it finally, and this is going to be good, right? And this here with the Page of Spade is the Harmony card, right? So everything will turn out in the best so ever way. Right, so really beautiful. I mean, this is your job part, right? So in love, you can have the chance to meet the one, right? A love relationship is on its way to you soon, very, very soon, maybe sooner than you think. And also when it comes, maybe this change has to do with your love partner. This is also what I'm hearing. Right? Maybe it could be that you will meet someone and this someone will live in another town, and sooner or later you will move to this town, and therefore you have to change your job as well, right? So that could also be the case for some of you. Wow, beautiful reading. Congratulations, pile number 1. So very beautiful spread to start with. And now let's move on to pile number 2. If you have chosen this beautiful violet crystal stone, this is your reading now. And let's get started by having a look into your current and your past energies. So where are you coming from and what's going on in your life right now? This is a general reading. This is not only about love. I will have a look into your love life, and I will have a look into your job situation as well. But now we will start by having a look into where are you coming from, what is the current energy. What is the current energy for pile 2 people? Wow. Ace of Cups. Feelings, feelings, feelings. Prosperity, abundance, chances, peace, freedom, being at ease, karma. This is your current situation. I think you are at a turning point. I'm hearing you are at a turning point. I'm hearing that some of you have been through tough times in the past, very tough times, maybe even, you know, like with death and separations and breakups, you know, like all this heavy energies, right? Feeling guilty, mourning, you know, like having lost maybe someone, all those things, you know, like being disappointed. So that, but this is over now. You are entering a completely new period in your life, and this period is going to be peaceful. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. This period is karma for you. It will happen. Maybe you do feel it already. Maybe you can see it already. You know, like this little light at the end of the horizon, at the end of the tunnel. Maybe not. Maybe some of you can't feel it and can't see it so far. But this is, as I said, what's going on these days, and you can't see it so far, but it is happening anyways, right? Whether you can see it already or not, it is happening. You know, like beneath the surface, behind the curtain, this is what's going on. The angels and the universe, they want you to be at ease and in peace, and they are doing everything they can in order for you to achieve this freedom and this peaceful energy. right? And this is a beautiful message here. I mean, and once you are in this stage, right, once you achieve this freedom, and this not only freedom but also peace and yeah, harmony, I mean, you will see that it was worth it. It was worth it. Yes, it is always hard to go through a difficult time, right? Especially if this difficult time included a case of death for some of you, especially then. I mean, this is, what should I tell you? If someone dies, if you lose someone due to illness, due to an accident, or maybe during pregnancy, you lost your baby, I don't know. I mean, I read for a lot of people. I can't, and I also do not want to mention all the possibilities, but you know yourself, right? And this is what I'm catching up here. I'm feeling that a lot of you have been through really, really tough times here. And right now, you know, like currently in the present moment, you are entering the next stage and the next level, which is bringing you far away from the darkness and the depression. Do you know what I mean? It may not really be over yet completely. And I mean, anyways, if you really lost someone, if you really have been through some tough times, I mean, you will have those emotional scars forever, right? You will have them. You will have those bruises, and you will have to carry this emotional baggage with you. But for you, I see that you will feel much more peaceful. And this already started. It already started for you, pile number 2. Okay, so let's now have a look. First of all, we will do the love part later, but first of all, I would like to give you a job-related message. Okay, so let's see, what can you expect when it comes to your job? Because some of you, they are really thinking about to change, they are thinking about to quit, or some of you are living from paycheck to paycheck, right? You are searching for a new job. You are thinking about to find something else, or to educate yourself so you can do other things, right? So let's see what is going on when it comes to your job. For the next 2 months, this is a timeless reading. Once again, whenever you find this reading, it has a message for you, right? No matter when you find it. My readings are almost always timeless, by the way, right? So the next 2 months from now, this is going with the flow. So I think when it comes to your job situation, things are quite easy. I think you can just leave everything as it is. I mean, maybe, yes, sometimes you do have bad days, that could be, or maybe sometimes you are thinking about whether there could be something else for you to do, you know, like job related. But I think the next 2 months at least, right? I mean, after the 2 months, you can do another reading. But for the next 2 months, I would suggest to you, leave everything as it is. This is what I'm sensing here. Go with the flow. Leave everything as it is. Take it easy, right? You don't have to worry about a thing. Nothing is running away from you, okay? Yeah, am I hearing that there are big chances on its way to you within the next 2 months, nor am I hearing that you have to be cautious or on guard because something bad is about to happen. No, you can just take it easy, take everything as it is, right? You are good in what you do, and people are good to you, and sometimes maybe not, okay? But this is something that we all have to live with. I mean, it's job, right? You don't have to marry those people that you have to work with. And if you are thinking about a change, for those who are really honestly and seriously thinking about to change, if you are unhappy with your current job situation, so it could be either that this is simply not resonating with you this time, yeah, pile number 2 when it comes to job. It can be resonating when it comes to love, we will see, you know, but still, this is an open reading, right? This is a pick a card reading. So it may not always resonate 100%. Or it could also be that even though you are searching for something else to do and you really want to change your job, just for those who do want to change, right? Pile number 2. This card is still telling you, don't make any fast decisions here. Go with the flow. Yes, you may have the feeling that you should change and that there is something better out there waiting for you, but the recommendation of the universe today with this reading is for you, pile number 2, to take it easy and to, as I said, do not make any fast decisions here when it comes to your job. Wait a little bit longer, okay? Until things are changing and times are changing, okay? And I mean, again, it's only 2 months, right? So then to the, and I mean, also what I want to add here, for those who are not so much interested in the job part anyways, you are maybe more focused on love and twin flame stuff and whatnot. I think this message here, this card is saying that everything is okay as it is. You have your job, you earn your money, and this is okay. So you are on the right path. Okay, there's no need for you to change something. Good, so now to the love part. Pile number 2, pile number 2. What can you expect to happen the next 2 months from now? Pile number 2, people. What can you expect to happen the next 2 months from now when it comes to your love life? Remember, once again, I'm saying that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everything, with everybody. Take everything with a grain of salt, right? Be realistic, be objective, and be open to receive a message here. And let's see how the cards are falling. Your love life in the next 2 months. Pile number 2. I'm going to pull out some more cards here. I do have the reconciliation card, which is always nice to see, right? So if there is a conflict or a discussion, an argument going on these days with someone, we do have the reconciliation here right away within the next 2 months. So don't you worry. The right chemistry still, and no need to worry. So definitely a reconciliation, definitely the chance to start all over again with someone that you have in your mind already. I mean, reconciliation is a card that appears always, like for those who are already in contact with their person. Because, I mean, if you are not in contact at all with the person, and this person may not even know your name, then a reconciliation makes no sense, right? Still, we do also have one of the most annoying cards in the whole deck, let go of your ex. So, I think I am hearing here that you already did that. I think that the majority of you, pile number 2, you already let go of your ex. And I think that when they say ex, they do mean the whole past when it comes to love in your life. I think that maybe most of you guys who choose pile number 2 here today, that, how can I explain that? Language barrier here again. I think that you always felt for the same guys or women. Like always the same type of people that you felt in love with. And they were not good for you. And especially since we had right in the beginning for you, the very first card with the Ace of Cups, I think you healed that issue. You healed your inner child topics and this pattern, right? The pattern to constantly fall for the wrong people. You got rid of it. You're over with it now. This is not important for you anymore because you learned your lesson. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to explain here. It's a little bit difficult in a foreign language because this is quite a complex topic and quite a quite an important message as well, of course. And yeah, I'm hearing that there was always a certain pattern going on in your love life. You know, like you always was the victim maybe, you know, like you always felt for macho people or people who betrayed you, people who took away your money, people who lied to you. No matter whether these were women or men, by the way, right? It's not gender specific. I mean, yes, sometimes men can be assholes, but women as well, right? So, but I think that you healed that. This is not, it's not necessary for you anymore to fall in love with those kind of people because you learned your lesson. Okay, I think that friendship is a quite big issue for you, being surrounded with friends. This is the let your friends help you card. And your friends have been very supportive to you. And the universe wants you to stay open. And they want you, they are, first of all, congratulations to you, right, that you've made it over this barrier, you know, like that you finally let go of those wrong people, toxic relationships and everything. And now it's time, they tell you that it's now time to open up to other people, you know, like people who are maybe completely different from your usual type, right, and expectations. This is the stay open card. And yeah, this card wants you to stay open and to consider other type of people as a life partner. And the reconciliation card here, you know, like I am also feeling that you've made peace with your past and with all your past relationships, as toxic as they may have been and as painful and as much hurt as they may have caused to you in the past. But as I said, you know, like I am still thinking about the Ace of Cups from the beginning. You are in peace now with this situation. You are not struggling anymore, and you are not sorry for all the time that you've wasted, because it is never a waste of time. It never is. It is always, you know, like all the experiences that we go through for a reason. Okay, so don't you worry about that you've wasted time or stuff. No, you haven't. It's all good. And again, no need to worry. It's all good. And yeah, with the right chemistry card, I am really, thinking that could be, I will clarify that card later. I will do it right away. Let me just pull a clarifier here. Yeah, soulmate card. So can be that within the next 2 months, you will meet someone who could be your soulmate, where the chemistry is right, even though this person may be completely different from your usual type, as we said already. That could definitely be the case, but nevertheless, this could be the one. There will be the right chemistry, okay? So let me get you one final oracle card. One final oracle card for pile number 2. Yeah, so we have the card that speaks about, I always have to translate, to clean up. Do you say it like that? Yeah, to clean up. And I think, again, I'm repeating myself here, this is what you have done already. You've cleaned up all your mess and all your problems and pain and worries and concerns and all the past relationships, you know, you've cleaned that up. This is a detox card. You got rid of them, and this was good. This still is good. And your final and last card is big happy changes. So they say that the angels, they have listened to your prayers, and they gathered to create some real and happy changes in your life. And the events are starting to develop right now in this moment. This is what I said in the beginning. Do you remember when I said you can't see it yet, but it is happening. Behind the curtain, it is happening. And this is exactly what's written down here, right? And this card is speaking of a major success in your life. And this success can happen quite fast, right? Quite fast, maybe faster than you think. So prepare yourself, stay positive and trust. Trust the universe, trust that God, or I don't know in what you believe, karma, destiny, yeah, but they are all on your side, and they want you to be happy, and they do lead you and every other person also into the best so ever direction, right? They are kind of orchestrating the whole situation here for you guys. Yeah, so you can meet your soulmate, and you can find the right chemistry finally, and you do not have any reason anymore to worry, right? And there can be reconciliation and peace, right? A peaceful resolution. This is what I'm seeing for you in the love for the next 2 months. Okay, so this is your reading, pile number 2. Let's get on with the last pile, which is this one here, this beautiful yellow stone. If you have chosen this yellow stone, you are pile number 3. And we will have a look, first of all, into your current energy, okay? What is currently going on in your life? What is the past energy also a little bit, right? Because the presence is always affected by the past. What you do today is having an effect on what you will have tomorrow, right? So first card here, one tarot card, is showing us your past and your current energy. Your past and your current life situation and what's going on. Pile number 3. Current and actual energies for pile number 3 people here. What's going on? Justice. Justice. I am hearing that you are in quite a good stage so far. I think that you are quite peaceful and that you balanced out some stuff. I feel that, yeah, I'm catching up that you are in quite a good mood these days. Yeah. In harmony, at peace. I think that you are in a stage where you are okay with everything that is. You are not so much questioning and searching and looking for things. You are not trying to force things to happen, you know. I think you're over those things. I think we all are going through this kind of time, right, where we're trying to search for things and to hunt for things and chase for things and people, and we try to force things to happen, especially when it comes to love, right? But also not only love, right? That can be money, that can be health, that can be job related as well. But for you, I'm feeling like you are okay. And I mean, this is always beautiful to be in the energy of being okay is a beautiful energy, right? It's like when you are on a holiday. Everything is simply okay. You get up in the morning, you do your job, or you go to the beach if this is really a holiday, right? And then you have a good time in the sun, and and that's it, right? And in the afternoon, you go back to your hotel room, you drink something, you eat something. In the evening, you may go out to a disco or to a bar, you have a drink, and that's it, right? You just live day to day. This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you've empowered yourself, right? I'm feeling that you are in charge. I'm feeling that some of you are very creative people. I'm feeling that I'm having the idea that some of you just are at the beginning of a new project. Any kind of creative endeavor is what I am sensing here, and this is giving you peace because you know this is it. This is what you really want to do, and you could be that some of you really worked hard for this, right? It did not fall into your lap just like that, right? You've worked hard for it. You trained for it, you educated yourself for it, you invested a lot of money and energy and, like soul sweat into this project, and now it's happening. And this is what I'm feeling for a lot of you who choose pile number 3, that why are you at peace and why are you able to live from day to day in a very easy mood and mind state? Yeah, because you've done everything that you could do, and now it's time to harvest. This is what what I'm actually hearing for you, pile number 3. This is a completely different energy from the other 2 piles, by the way. Right? This is what I am feeling here. So let's have a look into the job situation. I think for you guys, it's really interesting to have some more information about this creative endeavor that you are beginning or that you are thinking about. You know, again, that was the Justice card, speaking of the right balance, you know, like speaking of fairness also, being someone is treating you in the right way, the way that you deserve to be treated. So when it comes to the job situation, what can you expect the next 2 months to happen? What is the incoming energy for you guys when it comes to your job? Yeah, definitely. Again, here, this is the Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles is Earth. It is slow-moving energy. So I think whatever you do it in a good way, and you will be successful at the end of the day. This is not like a one-hit wonder success, right? This is more like on the long run, and this is what you are focused on as well. And maybe, yes, there are some days where you feel a little insecure and where you do have the feeling, oh, am I really good enough? And is it really the best way to handle things? But at the end, you will always find your answers, and you will find that, yes, what you do is good. And when you do good things, I'm always saying, you know, like, you only get out what you put in. And if you put in good energy and love and passion, right, you will get out good stuff as well. It is simply as that, right? I do see that this is for me, like, because this is a job reading here, or this is the job part here of the reading. Yes, there is some competition going on. You are maybe not the only one who is doing whatever it is that you are doing, right? I mean, you do have competition everywhere. Look at artists, right? If you are an actor, if you are a singer, I mean, especially when it comes to singing, right? How many good singers are there? I mean, really, I'm not kidding. I mean, and some are so talented, but you do not hear a lot of them. I do have to think about one girl, you know, like, I think she got famous with this X Factor in Great Britain. She's very beautiful, good looking. She had a major success, a very powerful song, Leona Lewis. Do you recall her? Isn't she a beautiful woman? Isn't she talented? She is such a good singer. Her voice is so clear and so beautiful, but still, I mean, there is a lot of competition out there, right? And things have to take place in the right order as well, I'm hearing. You can be good looking, you can be beautiful, looking like a model, and you can have a very beautiful voice, but you also need people who are supporting you, right? You do need, I don't know the English word, but you know, like someone like Sony or BMG, you know what I mean? Producers, people who are producing your music. People who are in charge for the advertising and marketing, people who are planning your tours. Do you know what I mean? It is not always that easy. Yes, you are talented. Yes, you can be good in what you do. And you are good in what you do. I can clearly see that. And you will find justice and fairness. People will treat you in a good way. But nevertheless, you should not be too shaken by situations where you have to face competition. This is what I'm hearing. And this is what, you know, you guys, if you follow my channel already for a while, you know that I am a huge fan of Osho. And Osho said it in a very beautiful way. He said, like, you know, you can be happy and you can be a good person. And others, they can also be happy and they can also be a good person. You know, it's not only like one is happy, so the other one, they can't be happy anymore. You know, like, and he's comparing that with the, you know, like being the president of the United States. It can only be one person, right? Only one person can be the president of the United States. So if Trump is the actual president, nobody else can be the president, right? At the same time. So, and with love and happiness, it's not this like that. You can be a lovable person, you can be talented, you can be gifted, you can be focused and dedicated to what you do, but others, they have the same right, okay? And they can also be gifted and talented, and they can also be beautiful or have a good voice, okay? That's worth to listen to. So do not get shaken, do not get irritated if there is some competition going on, because this is just how life goes. Every person has a life purpose, and I think you are on your way. When it comes to your job, you are on the way of your life purpose. But other people, I mean, they also have their own purpose, right? And they are also allowed to be on their way. At the end of the day, what I can tell you, pile number 3, is with the 2 of Cups, you will always have the right people around you. This is the soulmate card. If that would be the love reading, I could definitely speak about marriage here, right? I mean, this is not the love part yet. We will come to it later. But still, what I do see here is union. What I do see here is a positive exchange full of love, you know, like you can, and also, you know, like, 2 people, if they come together, this can be very, very fruitful, right? That can be good. They can bring you good insights, and they can give you feedback, and they can support you, they can lift you up, they can inspire you, they can motivate you. This is what I see for you. You will find those people. You will always find those people who want exactly what you have to offer, right? So when it comes to your job situation, you don't have to worry. You are gifted, you are talented, and I do see, a prosperous outcome for you here. Let me just clarify that by one more and final card. Yeah, we have the power card here, the strength card. You are strong, you are an independent woman, and you are someone who, I could imagine that you are also a healer or a teacher, someone who is very good in training others in whatsoever way, educating others, and you are someone, you tamed your inner beast. And this is why you feel like, you know, we had the Justice card right in the beginning, letting us know something about your current energies. And this is why you feel so balanced out these days, because you tamed your inner beast and demons, right? I think, if I may say so, I don't mean it in a bad way, but I think from the 3 piles that I offered today, when it comes to your spiritual stage, you are the most, how do you say that? Your level is the highest. From all the 3 piles, your level is the highest, because you came very, very far already in this lifetime. I think you are a very old soul. You are a very old soul, yes. Maybe this is not important to you, how far you are, and if you are, you know, like farther and further than the other 2 piles. But I feel guided to say that, and maybe it is important to you. Maybe you needed to hear that. Maybe you needed to hear that you've made it very, very far. Way more farther than a lot of other people. The average people, they will never come so far. Yeah, it is like that. I'm only telling the truth. I mean, it's like that. 80% of all the people out there, they will never be as high when it comes to their spiritual awakening and consciousness as you are already. Okay? So, let's have a look into your love life. Pile number 3. Pile number 3 and the love situation. What can you expect the next 2 months to happen? When it comes to love, 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 love. Love is in the air. Na, 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 na. I don't know why I have this song in my head. Maybe this is an omen. Love is in the air. Na, 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 na. Okay, so what can you expect the next 2 months to happen when it comes to your love life? Okay, give me a moment to step into it, okay? I want to be honest with you guys. I do not necessarily see that you will meet someone within the next 2 months. Yes, maybe you have someone in the back of your head. Maybe you are thinking about someone, you know, like you have your person, your love interest, your crush. But to be very honest with you, I do not see any major change here, whether you have someone in your mind or not. Okay? I think, again, that you freed yourself. You freed yourself from a lot of stuff from the past. Childhood issues, patterns, habits, you know, all the bad stuff I was talking about also in pile number 2. And as I said already, I think you freed yourself from all those shit. Sorry, my language, but it is how it is, right? This is what happened. I mean, we said, okay, this is a future-related reading. We want to see what is happening in the next 2 months. So if this did not really happen yet, this is what is going to happen. You will free yourself from codependency, right? From any kind of negative, obsessive behavior, you will free yourself, or you already did. And yes, that was work. This is the making the effort card, right? Yeah, and this is what you've done. You've made the effort, you educated yourself, you learned something about love, you found the right books, right? You did yoga, you did maybe meditation or whatnot. You did a lot of stuff, maybe hypnosis, maybe therapy, just in order to get rid of, all the bad stuff, all this toxic energy. And you've made it, as I said, you've made it very, very far already. They want you to stay optimistic when it comes to your love life, right? It is always worth to work on love. And if there are some mini problems, you know, like it is always worth to overcome them, you know, like any kind of obstacles, delays, you know, like little things. If these are really big problems, you know, and there is no light at the end of the tunnel visible, then you may change your mind and you may find that it's not worth working on love, because it should be love, right? If love turns into work and almost war, you know, I think you should reconsider whether it's still worth it. This is my honest opinion. I'm honest with you, right? I know people who are in a relation for a while, and they do only have problems, right? Every second day they are fighting, they are discussing about stuff, you know, like then maybe they start to go to therapy, you know, where they have to talk about what they don't like about the other ones. And sometimes I'm wondering, I mean, if you have so many major problems, I mean, why are you still together then? I mean, honestly, are you only with someone because you don't want to be alone? Is that the only reason? I mean, because if you are really in love with someone, actually there should be no reason to fight every second day, right? But anyways, this is just my personal opinion. I do have the flirt and the engagement card. So I think my interpretation here, okay? This is only my interpretation. I have to mention again, this is an open reading. It may not resonate with everyone, okay? Take everything with a grain of salt. But for me, as I said before, within the next 2 months, and I stick with my opinion here, I do not see a major change. I do see potential, yes, I do see you freeing yourself from codependency. I do see you becoming more independent, becoming a little bit more, you know, like flirty. This is the flirt card. You know, like a little bit more unconcerned and carefree. You know, like easy peasy, everything is good. Again, this is the balance card, right? You will find the right balance between too much and not enough. This is what is going on in your love life for the next 2 months. And it's only 2 months. I mean, you never know what's happening then in the 3rd month or in the 4th month. But for the next 2 months, I do not really see major changes here. To the good. I mean, this is what we're looking for, right? We do not look for changes to the bad. We don't want that. Those changes we do not want for sure. We are looking for, you know, like major changes. like you will run into someone and that is your big love and what. But yeah, here again, stay optimistic, okay? Trust that someday you will find the one, and this is not going to be within the next 2 months, but this is okay. Yeah, it's okay. You can live with it. It's only 2 months, as I said, and I think you will be much more engaged with your job situation anyways, okay? So for you, you know, like for pile number 1, just as a comparison, it was more about love, but for you, it is kind of the opposite. For you, it is almost all about your job situation, and not only the job situation, but I think your general life situation, okay? And the life, it is not only depending on love and not only depending whether, you know, like XYZ is in love with you or not, okay? Because life is taking place on so many levels, and it is so rich and so complex in a good way that we should not only be focused on sexual love, okay? As you have 2 oracle cards, this is going with the flow. As I said, you know, take it easy, be lighthearted, be carefree, be a little bit more flirty, okay? Don't be too attached to a specific outcome. And also to this card, I had that with the second pile, I think, as well. It has to do with, you know, like cleaning up, to clean up. Clean up everything that is still not in the right place. Everything that is not exactly the way that you want it to be, clean it up, right? Take care of it. These are your 2 oracle cards. And again, this is a reading for the next 2 months from whenever you find it, okay? It's a timeless reading. Whenever you find it, these are your major topics here, okay? And for some reason, I feel guided to get one last and final card for you, pile number 3. One last and final card. Yeah, they say it is all up to you. It is all up to you. Yeah, again, this speaks of being independent, stepping into your own natural power, whether you are a woman or a man, right? Listen to your gut feeling, believe, trust, stay positive. Do not get affected too much when it comes to comparing and competing. You are good. You are definitely good enough. You will always find the right people. Remember the 2 of Cups card that we had, you know, like the soulmate card. This is all in the future, not coming overnight. This is not the case, okay, but we can live with it, right? As long as we know it will happen, it's good, okay? And it will happen, and it is all up to you. You are in charge now. This is your time, pile number 3. This is now your time. Okay, so this is it. I'll leave it here. I hope you could resonate. If not, take it easy. Maybe then the next Pick a Pile reading will be yours. And yeah, thank you very much for listening. Bye. Namaste.